So the next up on the list is Shopify. So Shopify almost has the same pattern as AMD, and that's the reason why I want to do Shopify for 2 weeks. So it's the same thing as AMD. We'll start with the 1 hour, and on the 1 hour, we have a BR. So the only difference, there's a BR right here. That BR means there's going to be heavy movement pretty soon, either up or down. And also uh it's also a good price buy in, either doing puts or calls. So as of right now, my main focus once I see this BR, I pretty much want Shopify to stay above it. Even though it has like a red line, and a lot of times people think it's breaking support from that trend line. Ideally, mostly it's a support or resistance. It could go either or. So as long as it stays above it, which was my key thing for Shopify. And if I look at our call out for Shopify, which was yesterday, it was around 11:30. So we'll go like right here. That's 12:30, and this is 11:30. So at 11:30, around near that, I'm switching over to the 15-minute right now. So that's the green line, which it was called out. So my main focus was pretty much making sure that Shopify stays above this yellow line towards the end of the day, which it did. So which shows strong indication of a huge uptrend. Also, even though it stayed above the yellow line, it didn't break above these 15-minute resistance, which is the first one was this other BR right here. And we'll make orange for the 15-minute. So that's the resistance that Shopify had. So ideally, that's the main reason why I want to do a 2 week call on this one. Also, if anything happens, we could do a stop loss. If Shopify end up staying below this yellow line today, then it would have been switched over to puts. But today we had one of those meetings and everything just blew up. So I still have Shopify. It's my current main hold right now. It broke above both of the 15-minute resistance of the BR, which is the red one and the green one. So as long as Shopify stays above 23.20, which was my stop loss, which I announced earlier today. As long as it stays above that, it'll have a continuous uptrend. So going back on the hour, so that BR was the first indication. So that's when I wanted to see if it stayed above it. Next, for the hour, have a lot of lines going on, so I'll just remove the 15-minute and everything else. So we'll focus back on that BR, which is the yellow for the hour. And we also have uh, a breakout on the hour right here too. So you notice how I'll make a circle on it. That's pretty big. So you see here, it's probably hard to see for you guys, but I'll zoom in and reset my chart. Remember, always reset your chart. So right here, we notice that that red, it crossed above that purple, which is also considered as a a trend line breakout, like on the on a triangle wedge, and this is also indicating a support too. So right here, let's reset the chart. Where that red line crosses that purple line, that's indicating a support. And we can make our supports anywhere as long as it follows along. And next, we have a resistance because the red line actually broke above that purple. So we also have a black trend line for resistance. So we did have a breakout right here. And the next thing is we have a heavy resistance for the hour because right when that orange crossed that dotted line and that black line, that is the hour's resistance. So it has to stay above the high of this candle right here. So we'll use the vertical line to line it up right there, see how it crossed, and it's on this candle point right here. So our new resistance for Shopify for a continuous uptrend is, let's see, what price did it say high? So 74.09. So we're at 74.06. So 74.09. So that is the current resistance for Shopify. Once it stays above that, it's an easy long-term hold at that point. So as of right now, it already broke above the 15-minute. So we go back to the 15-minute. We have like a 15-minute BR. So I'm back in the 15-minute window. So there's that BR right there. We'll make it orange. And the red resistance for the 15-minute. Same premise as the 1 hour when I talked about how the orange line crossed that dotted line. So that's also considered as a resistance, which makes sense. It hit right on its top. But as long as it stays above that 23, or not 23, 73.20, we'll have a continuous uptrend. And the next resistance for a breakout, which is 74.09, which makes sense. So, and I believe right now it says it's aftermarket right now. It's already at 74.15, which says pretty much a really good healthy uptrend continuously. So I saw up Shopify. That's my main hold. When to sell it though? I'm tuned for. It already hit 8%. I might sell half of it, depending on the hour. So my main focus is when to sell it. I'm pretty much waiting for this green line touches the red line right here, because once it does, same thing like right here, it has like a bit of like a breakdown. So that's pretty much when I'm probably gonna sell it. Hopefully a little over 100. My stop loss, if it gets above the 100% mark, my stop loss, if it breaks below the 100%, I'm just gonna sell it right away. That's pretty much it. So that is Shopify. Still pretty much a hold.